A very warm welcome. You're watching The Weekly here on RT International. All the latest headlines and a roundup of the stories that have shaped the week. Now, our top story this hour. Police in Paris have shot and killed a knife attacker who killed one person in the Opera district on Saturday evening. 4 others were injured, 2 of them seriously. Police are investigating the incident as a terror attack. Well, this photo was taken by a witness from their window and shows the immediate aftermath of the attack. RT France correspondent Lucas Tour joined us earlier from Paris with the details.
The attack happened in this very busy district of Paris. It's a touristic place where there are a lot of restaurants, lots of bars, theaters. The attack happened a bit before 9 p.m., a moment where all Parisians and tourists were outside. So basically people were eating in restaurants, having good times with friends. A man assault randomly several people with a knife. According to witnesses, the man was walking in the streets, crazy, stabbing every people he met on his way. Then he ran towards police officers, apparently shooting, "Kill me or I kill you." Several people heard him saying Allahu Akbar. Then he has been killed by police officers. The metro lines of the area has been closed. Other people were blocked also in restaurants and bars. So it was really a panic scenes there. We know that an investigation is now opened by the anti-terroristic section in Paris. We just heard that ISIS, Islamic State, claimed responsibility for this attack.
President Macron tweeted that France had again paid a high price but stood firm against enemies of freedom. Witnesses described the nightmare they experienced.
The woman tried to push the door of our restaurant instead of pulling it, and she couldn't get inside. That is when he attacked her, right in front of our restaurant. Her friend stepped in and helped her. Otherwise, I think he would have continued to attack her.
I was going home along Mousadier Street. I saw a crowd had gathered. I thought maybe it was a robbery. So I asked what happened, and people told me someone stabbed people. Someone told me that a woman had been attacked with a knife. I went to see if I could help, but people were already taking care of her.
France has seen a wave of terror attacks in recent years, beginning with the mass shooting at the office of the satirical magazine Charlie Hebdo in November 2015. 17 people were killed. Now, in the same month, 130 people lost their lives in coordinated shooting and bomb assaults in Paris. That was the deadliest terror attack in French history. While in July 2016, a truck ploughed through crowds celebrating Bastille Day in Nice. That atrocity killed 86 people. France has also seen sporadic, smaller scale but also deadly attacks like the one that just took place on Saturday night. Former British intelligence officer Annie Michon suspects the attacker was already known to authorities.
There was a state of emergency that was lifted, but in fact the new incoming President Macron at the time then instituted a number of the measures from the state of emergency into permanent law. So the security services in France do indeed have wide-ranging powers, and unfortunately I would be willing to bet that whoever perpetrated this attack this time is already on the radar, either with the intelligence agencies or at the very least with the local police for perhaps involvement in petty crime. We've seen this pattern emerge time and time again in France particularly, where there seems to be an overlap between the criminality and the radicalisation, which leads them to carry out such attacks.